Okay, so anyone who's got a watch, a rather expensive watch, and you've had it a long time and not had it serviced, this is what can happen when you cheap out and not getting your watch serviced. This is a Breitling Colt. I believe it's from the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. And as you can clearly see, it has had water damage. And that is because the owner of the watch was a real cheapskate and didn't bother getting it serviced. So the seals wore out, broke, and water got inside. And it completely ruined the watch. So I'll open up the back and have a look at it, but it's going to be all... You can see the dial. Everything is completely rusted away. And yeah, the crown's not even opening. The bezel does turn. You can just about hear it clicking. And it's actually turning in both directions, which it shouldn't do. It should only turn in one. So the buttons are not going to be working. Crown's not undoing. So let's get the back open and have a look at this movement. Oh, look at all that rust coming out of it as well. Bloody hell. Oh my goodness. You can see it shaking and all the rust is falling out. Bloody hell. And here we have the movement. Is it focusing? There we go. A completely and totally trashed movement. Now a lot of people, they say, oh, I don't need to get my watch serviced, it's running fine, it's not losing anything, or it's about the same as it is. Let's have a look. The rotor's not even moving. Yeah, no matter how much force I put on there, it's not going to move. So people are saying, oh, I don't need to have my watch serviced because it's not losing time or things, but it's not just a fact of the watch losing time. It's also the seals which perish over the years. And that's what happened. This guy obviously thought, well, there's no point in having it serviced. It'll cost me a couple of £100. There's pieces coming out as well. And this is what happened. So he's lost his watch. Completely ruined it. You can see some of the numbers have actually started to come off as well. I think just there, I think that's the number 2. Looks like the number 2, yeah, because the 5's there, so it's got to be. So the 2 sort of come off, and it's sort of floating around. I don't know if I can actually get the movement out and have a look at it, because everything else, the rest of the watch is fine. The case is fine, apart from the bezel, which doesn't turn properly. But I'm sure that could be fixed. This is the 775 movement, ETA 7750 movement, I should say. I wonder if I could get another movement and put it in. Obviously, everything else would need replacing as well. The dial, the hands, the whole lot. But really, if the movement can be replaced, even if I don't use a 775 movement, and get a completely new dial, or even just put not even an automatic movement in there, I could just get a movement and see if I can. That's a good thought, actually. I'm off to see one of my friends who has a watch factory. If you've seen some of my other videos, I've done some tours around some watch factories in China. I'm sure they could source me a movement and probably a dial as well. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen one of my Seikos. I've had custom dial put on it with Mickey Mouse and my name on it. So they could also make me a dial. I mean, that was just same Seiko dial, and I just added the Mickey Mouse and stuff. But I'm sure they could get me a custom dial. If not, I could probably pick up a dial from... they have like hundreds of them just lying around, and I could probably pick one up. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take it along with me, and actually I might make a video about bringing this watch back to life. Obviously it won't be a Breitling, it'll be something else. Anyone has a name of what I could call it, put it down in the description. But I just thought that's actually quite a good idea. So I could do a series of bringing this watch back to life and taking it with me. So I think I'll do that. I'm going next week to see my friend, so I'll take this watch with me. and see what they can do. Obviously the movement's completely trashed. The rust in there is just going to have eaten away everything. So it's not really going to be worth trying to fix that. And I could probably get a clone 775 movement from China, but it doesn't have to be an automatic. But I suppose it might have to be because I've got the buttons there. I mean, I could just put a normal. But anyway, yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll take it along with me, and I'll do a series on bringing this watch back to life. But yeah, anyone who's got a watch who hasn't had it serviced for years or since they've owned it, just get it checked out. Even if you don't want to have the full service, at least have the seals changed. That way your watch may not end up looking like this if you take it into the pool or even swimming or anywhere else. So be advised, this can happen to your watch. Don't be a cheapskate. Get it serviced, get the seals checked, and make sure the watch has a long life, unlike this one. Thanks for watching.